You won't believe what these people did for their animals. This man keeps bees and naturally wears a suit to protect himself from bee stings. But he also made a protective suit, especially for his donkey, to shield it from stings. When he goes into his beehive to collect honey and transport it on the donkey, he dresses the donkey in this suit so it won't get stung. Meanwhile, in a zoo in China, they cut a lion's hair in a strange style, which made the zoo attract even more visitors who came to see the lion with the unusual haircut. And here's a man whose house is frequently targeted by burglars. Apparently, his dog is so friendly that it lets thieves in. So, he decided to cut the dog's hair to make it look like a lion. Now, the thieves think it's a lion and are too scared to break in. On a farm in Canada, wolves would attack and devour the animals at night. The farmer painted his calf with black stripes to make it look like a tiger, so the wolves would think it was a tiger and stay away from the farm. And if you're walking the streets of New York and see a man with tongs in his hands picking up dirt from the ground, don't be surprised. This man is called Rafi Stepanyan and has a very unusual job. He searches with his tongs for precious metals like gold, silver, and platinum, or gemstones like rubies. He actually finds such things lodged in cracks in the asphalt or between the pavement tiles. The items he finds could be jewels that fell off a ring, necklace, or earring, and sometimes luxury shoes with missing diamonds, or gold earring screws that dropped from their owners. Even chewing gum stuck to the street can sometimes contain these valuable items. A journalist once saw him and asked, "Do you make good money from this job?" He replied, "I can make up to $4,000 a month from what I find. All the equipment I use is just tongs, a knife, a brush, and a small hand shovel." Glory be to God. This is a man who used his mind to invent a job out of nothing. Pictures that look ordinary, but were taken before disasters. This is a very normal looking picture of a smiling man holding something like boxes in his hands. In reality, it's a photo of physicist Harold Agnew holding the plutonium core of the atomic bomb just hours before the bombing of Nagasaki, which killed 70,000 people. Here's a picture of 7 astronauts smiling happily as they prepare to board the Challenger space shuttle. Just 73 seconds after launch, it exploded mid-air, killing all 7 crew members. This is a normal-looking family photo, but what you can't see is the snake attacking the mother in the moment before it bit her. Thankfully, the mother survived, but the dog did not. This teenager threw a house party and took a photo with a friend he invited. His friend asked, "How did you throw such a big party when your parents never let you invite people over?" The boy, named Tyler Hadley, replied, "That's why I killed my parents. Their bodies are upstairs." This famous singer, John Lennon, was signing a photo for a fan, without knowing that the same fan would kill him within hours. Why some believe the Titanic sinking was deliberate. One of the survivors, named Fejnak Pert, said the ship didn't sink because it hit an iceberg. On the night of the disaster, he was in cabin 804 with an Englishman and a Frenchman named Morin, his friends. On April 15th, 1912, they heard a loud explosion that knocked them from their beds. They rushed out and discovered the ship was sinking. Panicked, they jumped into the sea. Unfortunately, They got separated in the water and never met again. Faynak nearly died from the freezing water, but was rescued by a woman named Asta, who mistook him for her son and pleaded for him to climb aboard her lifeboat. He reached the US alive, but insisted he saw no iceberg that night and believed the Titanic sank due to an internal explosion. I'm not telling you this to say whether it was an iceberg or not, just to share this man's story. One of the world's strangest unexplained phenomena. One night in Oakville, Washington, 2 police officers were on patrol when rain began to fall. As the windshield wipers moved, the officers noticed the glass smeared with a strange substance that completely blocked visibility. They stopped to check and found the windshield covered in a jelly-like material falling from the sky. Over the next 3 weeks, this jelly rain fell 5 more times. One woman found her mother collapsed on the floor with dizziness and nausea. Many people in town came down with a strange flu lasting 2 to 3 months. Doctors who tested the substance found it contained bacteria normally found in the human digestive system. Some residents believed their town was chosen for a military experiment. Others proposed different theories, but no one knows the truth to this day. A joyful-looking photo with a heartbreaking story. This Canadian couple had 4 children. Over time, they noticed their kids' eyesight worsening. Doctors gave them shocking news. The children had a rare genetic condition called retinitis pigmentosa, which causes gradual vision loss and has no cure. Eventually, the children will be blind for the rest of their lives. So the parents decided to take them on a world trip, visiting a new country every so often, so they'll have beautiful visual memories when their sight is gone. They don't know when blindness will come, but they're making the most of every moment while their vision remains. Why you should throw away old shoes. A boy named Tyler loved his shoes so much, he wore them everywhere for 4 years. Even when his parents bought him new ones, he refused to change. One day, at the mall with friends, he felt sharp pain in his feet. The pain worsened until he collapsed. At the hospital, doctors told his parents that spiders had nested inside his filthy old shoes, and he had been bitten 30 times. The doctor said, "We'll have to amputate his feet to prevent the infection from spreading." His parents agreed, and Tyler regretted not listening to them about changing shoes. Why you should be careful in hotels at night. One night, a man entered a hotel exhausted. At reception, the clerk warned him, "There's a locked room with no number. No one is allowed in. Stay away from it." Too tired to care, he went to bed. The next day, curiosity got the better of him. The door was locked, so he peered through the keyhole and saw an old woman sitting at the far end of the room. The next day, he looked again, but now the room glowed entirely red, as if someone had placed a red paper over the keyhole. He told the receptionist, "That room is haunted. Someone put red paper over the keyhole, so no one can see in." She replied, "Actually, a man killed his wife in that room. Ever since, anyone who stays there sees strange figures, black bodies with red eyes. Most likely, you were looking into their eyes as they looked back at you."